Welcome, everybody, to PinstripeChronicles podcast. I am Tats. I'm here with Donald, and
Tats, it's just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
Just the two
of us. We haven't done that in a while.
We can make it right. Just the two of us.
But, I mean, what a freaking this team! Like you put out a tweet about 30 seconds ago. This team is special, and it's you have Luis Hill called up spot start. With all the extra games that were played, and you're like, all right, let's see what happens, And it's one of those. I think it's safe to say the feeling of the throwaway games, or let's just get through it. Let's get to. I think that narrative can be thrown aside.
Mm-hmm.
Not thrown away, but just thrown to the side. It's the second month of the season, but. I mean, this team has putting baseball on notice. They are they grind out every game. You never feel it's over until it's over. And it's just I can't remember the last time that we were able to enjoy Yankee baseball to this level. We've had games where it's we feel like we're on top of the world. But now we have a season, the way it's starting, we feel we're on top of the world. And it's long overdue, and it better stay this way. That's all I got to say about that part of it. But, I mean, what a performance by that roster. You can't even just say one person. I mean, you're seeing the guys that, how are they getting in the lineup? And why are they in that position in the lineup? They're creating traffic. They're giving headaches to the defense. They're throwing the pitches timing off, giving better opportunities and looks for the bigger bats to be able to perform like they did last night with Judge and Stanton. I mean, those two are like, it reminds me of back in the day, because I'm as old as anything. When you had in wrestling, when you had the Mega Powers with Hulk Hogan and Macho Man, that's who they remind me of.
Stanton and Judge?
Yeah. I'm going to start calling them the Mega Powers.
The Mega Powers. Ooh, I like that. There's a ring to that.
They are lethal, and I think it's also we have not lost a game where the Yankees have scored more than 5 runs, and that was almost snapped last night. Loizaga is just not able to completely find his rhythm. But I think
he's not.
But you have you still have that feeling. I have complete faith that he's going to figure it out. I think once we really get into where the weather is consistently warm, we're going to see Loizaga get back to his old self.
I hope so,
because he's just really having a rough go the last few weeks, where his command is not as sharp as it usually is, and I think he's a little shaken at the moment. But you also don't see the panic coming out of Boone, where it's like, all right, what do I do? He knows exactly what moves to make.
Mm-hmm.
And it's another credit to Boone. And I want to give the MVP. I think the team MVP is a shared award, and I think it has to go, to Dylan Lawson and Matt Blake, because the turnaround from last season to this season with the pitching and the hitting, the coaching staff needs a little tip of the cap to them for what they've been able to work with that team, rather than just saying, all right, you guys know what you're capable of, just let it go. And with the exception of Hicks, everybody's contributing.
You finished?
I'm finished.
Right. Okay. Oh my God. I don't even know where to start. Well, regarding Blake, haven't we conceded only I think we're third in baseball in ERA in terms of pitching, and we have, I think it's the second least runs that we've conceded since a team since the 50s. that's the kind of record trajectory that this Yankee team is on. That this is the best pitching staff, second best pitching staff we've had since like 1954 or something. I think Michael Kay mentioned it yesterday. So that really tells a story. The whole Matt Blake's done an incredible job. You see the work that he's done with Holmes, in particular, but the whole pitching staff in general, he's done a terrific job. And also Aaron Boone, man, he's a different manager this year. He's a lot more efficient in his decision making, and he seems to be right in it, right on it. I can't really fault a lot of the things that he's done, man. And to be honest, he outmanaged La Russa yesterday. I mean, we're talking about a Hall of Fame manager yesterday, and Tony La Russa. La Russa really struggled yesterday because he kept Joe Kelly. Yeah, he kept Joe Kelly in way too long. He had him in over 30 pitches, and then put in the lefty against Stanton and Donaldson, and it killed him. So that was a weird call. It was a weird call from La Russa. I didn't really understand what he was doing there, but it helped us. So yeah, let's try and take this. Let's not try and just rush through all kinds of things. We need to take things like a step at a time because there's so much happened in this ball game. So to start with, I mean, listen, what was your name for Judge and Stanton?
What
was your name for Judge and Stanton?
Mega Powers.
Mega Powers. Okay.
Well, but I don't know if we'll get in trouble for copyright, so we're going to call them the Bronx Powers right there.
Just the Bronx Bombers. Or just the Bronx Bombers. Or Batman and Batman. So, yeah. They, I think we've only lost one game that they've both hit home runs. Like, we're basically win every single game that they both hit home runs. So that continued. They're incredible. Like, they're generational. These bats are generational, man. I mean, Aaron Judge's home run that went 456 feet. That I think if it didn't hit a stand, I think that would have cleared 500 feet easy. That was how much of a giant bomb that Judge hit. His hustle to get that RBI in, the bases loaded, was so clutch. That was just as important. So we got that. Stanton, 6 RBIs, 2 home runs, line drive shots, just missiles off his bat. I mean, he's just red hot, man. He's batting like 370, I think, since this month. Over the last 14 days, he's been that good. He is crushing the ball. So we got 2 generational bats in these 2 guys. And let's not forget about what LeMahieu and Rizzo did. We got our first triple, it seems to. I think Rizzo got that for us.
Yeah, whoever had the money line on Rizzo hitting the first triple.
I know, right? Like, he hustled down the line for the triple. It was great. And LeMahieu, he's just taking extra bags. He's on fire. So we've got 4 of the best better hitters in baseball right there.
That's what it is. They've been more aggressive on the base paths that we pointed out earlier in the season in one show, how, those were outs they ran into last year. This year, they've been more aware, they're paying attention to where the defense is aligned, how hard the ball is being hit. They're just seeing the game a lot better than they did last year. So when they're going for that extra base, you're not putting your hand on your head going, oh crap, we're just, stop running. Now you're like, take the extra base, go ahead, knock yourself out, do a cartwheel if you have to on the way over. Yeah, they're reading the game very well, and this is how it should be played. This is what we expect from a professional baseball team.
Oh, the hustle's fantastic. So yeah, we've talked about Rizzo, we've talked about LeMahieu hustling. What about Gleyber Torres? Gleyber Torres is one of the heroes of the game, and he didn't even get a hit. His walk was amazing. I think he was down 0-2 in the count. He somehow managed to fight the count, get it in his favor, and then managed to draw a walk. Great eye. because there were some really difficult pitches right there. And I saw Aaron Boone actually go and congratulate him when he got back to the dugout. He was like, that was a great at bat, because it was a great at bat, because there were some really difficult pitches right there that he somehow managed to hold off, and he drew that walk, and managing to hustle from second base on that ground ball in the infield was amazing. That getting that extra RBI, he actually ran through the hold up sign from the third base coach,
Yep.
and he just hustled and he got in there. Amazing. This is
You
not
know,
the Gleyber Torres that I'm used to, man, because
no,
he
no,
was really lazy last year. This year he is coming out with his like on fire. He's been terrific.
yeah, you look at the lineup when they put it out yesterday, and you see that Torres is not in the lineup after the game that he had, and you're going, it's one of those. Again, this is going to be the theme, I think, for a while with us. Last year, we're going, what do now you just cooled them off, but you're able to use him. You're like, all right, you didn't get in the starting lineup, but Boone has the trust in his players that, all right, I'm going to put you in a pinch hit situation. Just go out there and do what you can. And obviously Gleyber was still seeing the ball just as good as he was the day before to be able to put that at bat together. He wasn't sleeping during the game. He was paying attention. He was involved, and he was ready when his number was called. And that's another positive change in Gleyber that we've seen this year. And we've seen it with all of them when they're coming up in pinch hit situations or pinch running situations. They're ready. They're not coming in cold. They're engaged in the game. They're invested into the success of this team, and they all have each other's back.
Yep, see that with Donaldson as well.
Yeah.
But you're right about Torres. Another thing to add to your point is that although we're upset that he was benched after a 5 RBI game, and I've obviously we've all been kind of at certain times been disappointed with certain guys sitting on a daily basis. However, it doesn't seem to make a difference to the bottom line, and it doesn't really seem to make a difference to the box score. We're still putting together W's.
No, because we finally have a manager that's proving our frustrations to be wrong.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, a lot of the things that we were concerned about haven't been a concern.
It's the mentality. I'm going to give you an off day, but I know if I need you, if I know I need you, I know I can use you. And and it's not like Boone's not committed. He's not locked into those off days. If he needs that pinch hitter, he's doing it. He's been doing switches with the catch. Pinch hitting the catcher position a few times. But now you have no catcher on the bench. He's like, well, it's late in the game. I can't worry about that. I have to worry about getting through 9 innings. And then we'll worry about it from there.
They do have an emergency catcher in Khalifa, but I don't think they want to do that to him as a shortstop. But they do have that as a just in case scenario. But I mean, listen, that was a big call from Aaron Boone, because Higashioka had 2 hits when he got pinch hit.
With the lower probability.
Exactly, but it was the right call, because Gleyber Torres put together a key at bat and it changed the game. So many positives, and listen, a lot of the things that we were concerned about in terms of resting guys, the Donaldson trade, do we have enough pitching, the manager, the general manager, a lot of these things that we were worried about
finally clicking
is not an issue so far. In fact, it's proven to be a success so far. I mean, Aaron Boone's different manager. We've said it a number of times. I'm just seeing a different manager there, and I have to be honest about it, because last season I saw an incompetent manager. This season, it's the opposite. He's pretty damn competent. In fact, he's doing an excellent job. So I have to tip my cap. My cap.
The other thing too about, and we spent a lot of time on that inning because it was such a one. It was fun. It was important to the win. It could have been. They could have gone up to those at bats trying to just hit one out of the park late in the game and leave it to the closer with a 1-run lead. And they were having very patient at bats.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't going outside their comfort zone. They stuck to the game plan that they stuck to their approach like they had the whole game, like they've had the whole year. And you saw the results of it. When you look at the line score for that, the top of the seventh, it was the top of the eighth. You had 7 runs on 3 hits. That's insane because you have 5 walks in that inning.
Wow.
And I'm like, damn. And you know what they weren't doing? They weren't swinging for the home run. It was, hustling down the line. That's why I don't care if you hit the ball 100 miles an hour or 15 miles an hour. When the ball is in play, you run your ass down that line. Force them to have to make the play. Don't give it to them.
Hell yeah, man.
Because 9 out of 10 times you see players that'll hit the ball and they're like, all right, they're so disappointed that they didn't get the big hit. They forget that they still have to run to base. And Judge just put his head down and just ran. And that was the turning point to that inning, along with the other at bats. But I thought that was the moment of that game where
that was the fastest that Judge ran.
Yeah,
down that line to beat out that infield single. That was the fastest he's run this year.
Stanton not trying. He was already the hero of the game. He already had 2 home runs yesterday. He didn't need the third one. He just wanted to keep the line moving for the guy behind him.
That's a great sign. That was a great point, actually, because you would expect him just to go all out to try and get that 3rd home run. But no, he was happy.
It was just about keeping the line moving for the next guy behind him to do something.
He's right on every pitch, man. He is because he's got such a nice level swing. He doesn't have that uppercut swing. His line drive swing when he's on the ball's going out of the park.
Check swing that went foul.
I know. It's just like his swing is so level that when he's red hot, which he is right now, the ball's going out of the park anyway. But he's happy just to absolutely crush singles as well, as long as it helps the team. He's been amazing this year. I still think him and Judge are going to be like the MVPs this year in the American League. I just see it. I just think these guys are having an incredible year. I think they're going to have an incredible year together. It's going to be like,
they're just playing unconscious right now.
They are.
And we are all in on it because this we have not had this in a while.
No. And you know what? I mean, listen, the tomato of the game was Aaron Hicks again. He continues to be a tomato. And Loaizaga was a tomato as well, but it didn't affect the win-loss record because we keep winning. And that's just amazing because Loaizaga, if you told me that Loaizaga, who I thought was going to be our best pitcher this year, would have a 6 ERA at this point, I'd be like,
I made an argument for him to be the closer.
So did I. I was like, he's our best. Why do we keep running out Chapman? But you know what? These guys get paid. These guys get paid to make the decisions, and you know what? You just have to. Go with it because they're actually right on this occasion. Loaizaga is obviously not ready to be a closer. He'll come round. I love his stuff.
I really think so. Yeah.
Maybe he's. I don't know what it is that's not working with him, but it ain't good. But if you told me, if without looking at our win-loss record, if you told me that our, like half our offense, it doesn't exist with Joey Gallo and Aaron Hicks, and we're not getting any offense from the catcher spot, I'd be like, uh-oh. And then you'd look at our setup man having a 6 ERA, I'd be like, oh no, this team maybe is struggling. Quite the opposite, because we've got 4 insane hitters up on the top. And Donaldson's is coming around, and you've got the whole rest of the pitching staff is terrific, and our starting staff has been terrific. And Luis Gil just struggled because, well, he's not ready to start, and that was another.
I think he was just a little amped up, also getting called up, wanting to be
AAA though. He has struggled in AAA. Yeah. He ain't ready to start, and that was another thing that I was wrong at. I thought that Luis Gil would maybe deserve the 5th. He's not ready. That was the right call.
It also made me wonder why they couldn't use Schmidt. Why couldn't he get called back up? is he'll, is it, because it's got to be past
Has
the
it,
10-day
has it been
mark,
this? Has it been the full 10 days?
unless it's right on that cusp. Maybe
Has it been the
maybe it
full
was a
10
day.
days? Yeah, I don't think it has.
Yeah.
I think that might be what it was, because normally, yeah, I would expect him to be the star. I don't think you'll be seeing Luis Heel starting again in a little while. He seemed,
He's got
yeah,
a
he
lot.
was.
He's got to work on his command. And I think, once he sees that it's not completely working, he hasn't shown that he could adjust on the fly, like we've seen from some of the other younger guys like Schmidt and Holmes,
Yeah.
King. They've been able to adjust when a pitch is not working. Gil he really needs to work on that, and I think he'll be fine. I'm not saying he's a waste of a roster spot, but it was lucky enough for him. He's got a team that has his back, and it's not going to let him take the L. And they were just going to keep making. They were going to make sure that they won that game. And
that's it though. Everyone's picking each other up, man.
Yeah.
And also a big thank you to the White Sox fan, or whether it was a Yankee fan in the stands. That I don't know if you heard this, but I was watching the telecast, and after Donaldson swung and missed, so this is in the 7th inning when he hit that home run. After he swung and missed quite badly, right? One of the guys in the fans, I heard him on the telecast shout, "You suck, Josh!" Right? On the very next pitch, Donaldson absolutely matched it into the stands for a beautiful home run. So hopefully that fan has turned things around for Josh Donaldson this year, because he absolutely tattooed that pitch right after that fan heckled him. So whatever. Hey, I hope that fan follows Donaldson wherever he goes, because it worked.
Everything's working. And Donaldson, let's just say, because we were kind of harsh on him for a little while too, but he's starting to really look a lot more comfortable at the plate. He's not having the lights out, contributions, but he's starting. I think he's starting to loosen up a little bit. And
well, no, I just think that his defense has been great, and he's such a great teammate.
Defense, I have no issue with at all.
Yeah, and he's such a great teammate. Like, he is involved in everything, and he's like, I think he's a big part of the locker room already. And he's obviously not had a good year to this point, but that was a hell of a shot last night, and it's a good sign that his power is there. What are you looking at, Tats?
Well, because tonight we have the game on Amazon. Right, so it's not a Yes Network game. So if anybody is wondering on how they can see the game, if they don't like the announcers on Amazon, I want to give a shout out to our buddy Pete Simonetti and NYYnews.com. They do a really fun live chat through the game where they have their own little broadcast going on. So if anybody wants to give Pete a chance on him and his team on how they call the games.
Yeah.
We're all real fans, but his reactions is what you want from, any announcer. So check out New York, NYYnews.com on YouTube, and check out his live show. It's very entertaining. So
100%. Good shout out.
So I want to give Pete's show a little shout there. His team has been, really good friends to us.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty soon we're gonna have to have big Boys in the Big Apple back on soon.
Of course.
So we're trying to reach out, bring in different voices to entertain you all and hear different points of view on Yankee baseball, because there's a lot of us out there putting shows out, and we've had fun having different hosts on with us to kind of toss the ball around and some ideas.
23-8, man. What a wow. 742 100%. 23-8. 14-4 at home. 9-4 on the road. 1 of 8 and 10. We're already 4.5 ahead of the Rays, 6.5 ahead of the Jays, and the Red Sox are 11-20, and we're 12 games ahead of the Red Sox. I mean, that's amazing. What a start to the year. 23-8. We should have some awards for yesterday's game. Do you want to come up with an award?
So it's I want to give the down but not out award to the bullpen.
Okay, explain.
No, Loizaga comes in, did not have it. And we've been really hard on Chad Green, and Chad Green came in and just pitched the way that we expected him to pitch from the beginning of the year. So Loizaga was down. Green's been having a little bit of a rough patch, but Green showed that look, I'm here for a reason, and he's going to make sure that.
I mean, this is a stretch still because we were up 7 runs. I mean, if you screwed that up, then
those are the outings that you are. Those are the innings you need to kind of get your swagger back.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Have you got a better award?
Well, you throw one out.
No, I'm putting you on the spot.
I want
it's Stanton 6 ribbies, Judge hitting 4 RBIs, and you're focusing on the bullpen, which gave up like 4 runs. All right. So
that's why I'm the John Sterling of podcast host.
Right. So you've got all this power, man. Come on. Give me a offensive MVP.
Well, being I had my my wrestling reference before, I think the Hulk Hogan award goes to Stanton.
Woo!
Two home runs, 6 RBIs, and just no matter how slow it seems like he's swinging, the ball goes. It's insane how fast those balls, travel. In the first round, what was it, 117 miles an hour? So Stanton gets the Hulk Hogan award.
3 for 4 with 6 RBIs and a walk. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Is that better? Is that to your liking?
That's definitely up there. Maybe Hulk Hogan. Not the biggest fan of Hulk Hogan, but I'll let you go. Okay, what would you call Aaron Judge then? If Stanton's Hulk Hogan?
Randy Savage.
Randy Savage.
The Randy Savage award goes to Judge.
You're into this wrestling. I didn't know you were a wrestling fan, man.
I like the older wrestling. I couldn't tell you anything about it now.
I mean, either. I have no idea about wrestling, but cool. The Tomato Award goes to Aaron Hicks. 0 for 5. The Atrocity of a Human Being Award goes to Aaron Hicks. There we go. I have to rip Aaron Hicks. It's a daily thing now. I mean, that just has to happen.
I mean, I've heard of one, but to have a no-hit one, then it's
everybody else.
How do you have an offensive route like that and have an offer on your line when you've been in the game?
We had 2 pinch hitters come in and they did something. I mean, honestly, true. Gonzalez comes in. A spot start did great. Torres pinch hit did great. And
Hicks can hit the side of a barn.
Even Joey Gallo managed to get a hit. Now that's truly remarkable. So yeah, Hicks is just totally.
All right. Here's the next award. The Gabagool Award goes to Rizzo for that triple. Because I think Rob will put a hit out on me if I don't bring that up.
Mm-hmm. The Hustle Award goes to Glaber.
Yeah.
And the Good Eye batter goes to Glaber too. The DJ You're My DJ Award goes to DJ. He was really good yesterday.
Yeah.
3 for 5, 2 runs, RBI. Beautiful. And in reference to that fan heckling Josh Donaldson. Josh Donaldson, you do not suck award goes to Josh Donaldson. He actually does not suck. Boom. 3 RBIs from Josh Donaldson. He crushed that.
Yeah, no, that was a shot. That's what we want to see more from him. I think this is going to start him he's going to go on a run.
Mm-hmm.
Power hitters are streaky. That's just the reality of it.
Yep.
And Donaldson is the he's him, guys like Nelson Cruz. This is what you're going to get from them. They're going to go through droughts, but when they're going to have a series or two where they're just unstoppable. And as long as Donaldson's been playing such good defense that you don't even realize he's having issues at the plate. And Donaldson, that's a good one. Donaldson deserves an award.
Oh yeah, he does deserve an award, man. He's coming together. Aaron Judge leading the league in home runs. Stanton right there, just behind him. Wow. Rizzo 2 at 9. This team is rocking and rolling, man. So yeah, it's exciting. This is an exciting team to watch. It's fun.
You're looking forward to the game. It's not going, what do I have going on tonight? Because I can't deal with it.
Because that was another example.
You're arranging your schedule to be in front of a TV or a radio to catch these games. It's insane.
Yeah. I mean, that was another example of when, Loaiza blew it, because when he gave up that 3-run home run and it was a tie game. Last year's team loses that game, you know, but they overcome adversity. So the Overcoming Adversity Award goes to the Yankees. It's good to bring back the awards. We've not had awards in a while.
We haven't done that in a while. And I think I'm not as I'm smarter than you think I am award goes to Boom.
I thought that was actually going to be to me. I thought you were going to give yourself an award there, Tats. No, you're right.
I don't try to say I'm smart.
Don't misunderestimate me. Award goes to Aaron.
I get the Sterling Award for today's episode.
No, you're much better today than you ever, man. Trust me.
Hey, nobody does it better than us.
Nobody does it better.
We bring more laughs than the Yankees bring hits. How about that?
Wow, that's a lot then.
There you go.
They had given 15 runs, so we really need to really amp up the laughs now.
I'm trying.
Yeah, we're getting the singing along.
Hey, if the Yankees keep playing the way they are, we're gonna be having a lot of fun.
We are. Yeah, these guys, because these podcasts were tough last year, because it was just loss after loss after loss. This is a fun team. We're gonna have some fun pods.
No, you got a fun team breaking down a fun team. What's better than that?
Man, you're on fire. Nice job.
Yeah, I got right.
Hey, hey, yo.
But we do hope that everybody is enjoying our show, and we've been getting a lot of new followers and a lot of great reactions from people. So thank you all for tuning in the way you do.
Yeah, no, we really appreciate it, man. Really appreciate the support.
And so it's gonna wrap things up for us today on a short Friday episode. But make sure you tune in Sunday to the Upper Deck Show with Chris and Lynn. They're going to be breaking down everything from the week and what's upcoming for the week ahead. So they always break it down with a lot more intelligence. More analytical, but very, very. They are very entertaining. I love those two ladies.
They are the best. They are great.
Make sure you follow. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow us on our social media content. Links are down in the description below. And where you pinch.
I didn't even know today was Friday. Is today Friday?
Is today Friday? Yeah, it's Friday.
Oh my God. Where's
wait, what day of the week is it? Because I've done that.
Yeah. No, I don't know what day it is from one day to the next, man. I'm just like.
But also check us out on sportnam.com/player. Northeast Streaming Sports on Roku. Where you pinstripe for pride and play hard.